think that I can start this. Oof. Hello everyone. Oof. Again. Hello everyone. I'm Luitas Montes. I'm here again to read another chapter of this book, High Life, Low Life. In the last chapter, I have the real one here. The name was Development, and it was information about the son of the son of Anne, the woman, the homeless woman that is in the hospital. So the police, the New York Police Department, and Nat wants to know what's happening in the cab company where the son of Anne was working. So I think that is the most important thing of the last chapter. Now we're going to read this: a death in the family. I hope that this looks good in the video. The night I tried to get some sleep, I remember an idea I heard. Take an electric farm, fill a bowl with plenty of ice, put the fan behind the globe, turn on the fan and wait for cool air. That is what's supposed to happen. It was a small improvement until the ice turned to water. That didn't take long, and I didn't have any more ice. Another sleepless night. I gave up at 3 a.m. I could stay home and feel exhausted, or go into the office and feel exhausted. At least it will be cooler traveling to work in the middle of the night. Oof. The New York subway never stopped working, and since the mayor cleaned up the city, it's a lot safer. I didn't worry about using it at this time. At 4 a.m., Midtown Manhattan feels like another city. There is almost no one on the streets. Even the air smells fresh. At the office, I open the windows and turn on all the fans. Finally, I got some sleep. Stella found me there, still asleep at 8 a.m. Nat, she shouted. Have you been drinking? Honest, Stella, I said, sleepy. I couldn't sleep at home. I suppose you slept well? I always do. Go out and get yourself some breakfast. Nat, and bring me back a coffee, will you? Outside, I could already feel the heat rising from the sidewalks. I was back in the 20 minutes with coffee and donuts. The walk didn't do me much good. Now Stella had all 4 electric fans going in her office. Hey, don't I even get a fan now? I asked. Take them, Nat, Stella said. I just borrowed your 2 fans when you're out. There is a mention from Dr. Fisher about Annie. No change from last night. She's a fighter, I say. She's holding on for Shaki. The phone rang. I didn't recognize the voice. Mr. Marley? This is Miss Bianchi at Century Apartments. You know me as Marta, the woman who takes the orders. Well, there ain't going to be no orders to take now. The old lady's dead. What? Oh, I say. You're right, Marta? Of course I'm alright, she said. But she ain't. She's cold. I'll be there. I will be right there, I told her. Things were moving too quickly for my liking. I turned to Stella. Mr. Whittaker has died. Close the office and let's get over there. At Century Apartments, Bob the doorman was as surprised as I had been. It was the first he had heard about Mr. Whittaker's death. He phoned up to the apartment. 2 minutes later, we were on the door. This time we got in quickly. Then another surprise. Martha was smiling. Tell me what happened, I asked. Sure, Martha said. I went in with Mr. Whittaker's morning tea, and there she was, cold and dead. Come and take a look. I'll stay here, Stella said, with her hand to her mouth. Mr. Whittaker was in her bed. Her mouth and eyes were wide open and her skin was gray. She was very dead. Feel her, said Martha, lifting Mr. Whittaker's thin arm. She's cold. I'll take your word for it, Martha, and don't touch the body again. Has the doctor already seen her? Why should he? Not much he can do for her now. What? Call the doctor now! While Martha was out of the room making the call, I had a quick look around. There was a bottle of pills on the bedside table. To help her sleep? I'll check on that. Everything else seems to be completely normal. I had Charlie Whittaker's number and I asked Stella to phone him with the news. She will be better at doing it than I will. I needed to ask Martha a few questions before the doctor arrived. I found her in the kitchen with her large feet up on the table. She was reading an old detective story and listening to country music on the radio. I turned it off. Hey, what did you do that for? She asked. Martha, I said, we've got to talk. What about? What do you think? Mr. Whittaker, of course. When did you last see Mr. Whittaker's alive? I asked. When I took in her hot chocolate, Martha said. 10 o'clock last night. Do you normally give Mr. Whittaker's her pills? Sure I do. 2 at bedtime to help her sleep, Martha replied. And was last night like every other night? I asked. Yeah. Why should it be? She said. Why are you asking me all these questions? It's my job. When did you find her this morning? Same time as usual, Martha replied. Yes, I said patiently, but what time is that? 8:15. There she was, cold. I looked around the kitchen. You haven't touched anything in her room. No, sir, said Martha, waving her book at me. I know that from detective stories, never touch a thing. But she had. The hot chocolate cup had been washed. I knew something was wrong. Martha was cheerful. She seemed to be enjoying the moment. The doctor had arrived before I could worry anymore. Stella showed him in. Nat, this is Dr. Hughes, she said. Pleased to meet you, I said. The name is Marley. I'm working for Mr. Whittaker. Martha called me with the news. The doctor went into the bedroom and did an examination to establish how Mr. Whittaker has died. After a few minutes, I knocked in the door and joined him in the bedroom. The doctor had covered her with a sheet. To be honest, Mr. Marley, I've been expecting this, the doctor said. She's had a heart condition for some time, a natural death. I'll make out a death certificate now. Has the family been told yet? I've just been talking to the son, replied Stella. Charlie Whittaker's on his way. Good. Now the body must be moved to a funeral home as quickly as possible. Obviously, the family will make those arrangements, said Dr. Hughes. I felt uncomfortable about the whole situation. Something wasn't right, but I couldn't say exactly what. Martha was standing close, listening to every word. I had to get rid of her for a while. Martha, coffee for everybody. And I always have chocolate chip cookies with my morning coffee, I say. We don't have them, said Martha. Here's $5. Go and get some, will you? Dr. Hughes and Stella looked surprised as Martha left. That should take her 10 minutes, I say. Nath, why are you sending Martha shopping? I asked Stella. Martha's far too cheerful for my liking, I say, and I don't want her listening into every word the doctor said. She's acting strange. It makes me nervous when she smiles. Did Mr. Whittaker take sleeping pills regularly, doctor? Yes, I suggested she take them, the doctor replied. She'd been having trouble sleeping. Could you take a look at the bottle? I asked. I went into the bedroom with the doctor. That seems to be about the right number, he said. She has a fresh bottle every month. Now, Mr. Marley, surely you don't think... I don't know what to think, doctor. That's the problem, I say. Look, Mr. Marley, Dr. Hughes said. Mr. Whittaker was an old lady with a heart problem. Her death is not surprise. Well, there you are. One death certificate. Not much more I can do here. It's someone going to wait here with Martha. I'll do that, doctor, I say. And thanks. I didn't feel I should leave Martha alone with the body. While I was waiting, there was work that Stella could do. There is no point in the two of us staying here, I say to Stella. Could you go back to the office and call those cab companies? We've got to find Shaggy and Son. Later, Martha returned with the cookies. She gave me one of her black looks. My favorite, I say. When you've made that coffee, come and sit down and tell me all about yourself. That was pointless. I don't think even Captain Oldenburg will have been successful getting information out of her. The most I got out of her was a simple yes, no, or don't know. Anyway, it helped to pass the time while I was waiting for Charlie to turn up. I really wanted to be out on the street looking for Shaggy. And that is how the chapter 8 ends. Okay, very strange. This woman, Martha, is a bit weird. Why is she smiling when her employee were the Whittaker's mother is dead? It's weird, but we're going to find out this in a few chapters, I hope. See you on the next video, and have a nice day.